Hallo und herzlich willkommen hier bei Game Story zu einer weiteren Folge der Geschichte der Wrestling Games mit WWE 2k15 und dem 2k Showcase mit dem zweiten DLC, glaube ich, wenn ich mich nicht ganz täusche. Der Hall of Pain mit Mark Henry. Wenn man im 2K Showcase als DLC ein Mark Henry anbietet, dann weiß man, dass es nicht sehr weit her ist. Warrior verstehe ich ja noch, Christian, naja, aber Mark Henry, das ist wirklich so eine Sache, das finde ich schon sehr bedenklich, wenn man sowas in ein 2K Showcase packt. Aber okay, ist so.
In April of 2011, a fury was unleashed, and no one was safe.
If you saw me in the street,
oh, look at the strength, the power of Mark Henry.
I promise you,
The world's strongest man, like a brick wall.
you would not look at me cross because you know that I would break your face wide open.
One by one, the inductions began into the Hall of Pain.
I will strike down with vengeance and furious brutality those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is Mark Henry when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
But one superstar would fight back.
I asked him not to get in the ring.
Look at Big Show hammering away on Mark Henry. Big Show just knocked out Mark Henry. Mark Henry! Oh my God! World's strongest slam through the table.
Big Show,
He just ripped the cage door off his hinges.
all this pain
Henry attacking the Big Show.
you caused.
Look out! Look out!
Now you see what happens when the world's largest athlete meets the world's strongest man.
It's good that Mark Henry's on fire, because he's gonna need it.
For 15 years, the WWE Universe has been waiting for the world's strongest man to wake up. I lit that fire, and I can put that fire out.
You think big is better? Well, let me tell you something, Show. Stronger is better. Meaner is better. Better is better. You have no idea what I'm capable of.
The world's strongest man, Mark Henry. The 500-pound giant, Big Show. Let the battle begin.
Ja. Ein wahres Giganten aufeinandertreffen.
This contest is set for one fall. Approaching the ring post from Silsbee, Texas, weighing 418 pounds, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
Okay, Big Show is taking credit for waking up Mark Henry, but at this point, given what we've seen from the world's strongest man in recent weeks, Big Show may live to regret that.
Yeah, I think you're right, Cole. We've seen a new side of Mark Henry of late. How about Capitol Post when Henry slammed Big Show through the announce table? I mean, that was unreal. You remember that, Cole?
Oh, yeah.
Standing at 7 feet tall, weighing 485 pounds, is the Big Show.
Big Show admitted last Friday on SmackDown that he started all this. He attacked Mark Henry out of frustration from a situation involving how Burst of Del Rio a number of weeks ago, and it's ballooned into this.
Well, Big Show says he lit a fire under Mark Henry, but he also claims he'll be the one to put it out. We're going to find out here tonight.
As we started, let me provide you with some statistics so you can put all this into perspective. Big Show has 37-inch thighs.
Wow.
Mark Henry's thighs are 34 inches in circumference.
Oh my gosh, not for nothing, but who's the unlucky guy whose job it
Gott,
was to
Mark
measure
Henry ist so lahm.
Big Show's chest, 67 inches. Mark Henry's 62. Big Show's shoe size, an amazing 22.5'8". Mark Henry's 20.
Was it you, Cole, that measured their feet and their thighs?
Yep.
You know, Cole, I had the unfortunate privilege of competing against Mark Henry in his very first ever match back in 1996. I knew then that he was going to be a force. I just didn't realize how long it would take.
Of course, King conveniently left out of the results of that match. For those who keep score at home, Mark Henry defeated the King that night via submission.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me, but you don't have to rub it in, Cole. Hey, listen, you would have given up two if you were caught in that backbreaker. That thing was vicious.
In all seriousness, though, King, you're right. It's taken Mark Henry longer than expected to reach his full potential, but now that he's here, look out. He doesn't look like anybody can slow the world's strongest man down.
Now, let's not forget, Big Show had that knee seriously injured a couple months ago when he was run over by Alberto Del Rio's car.
You would have to think Mark Henry will target that injured knee, King. If he wants to chop this giant down, get him off his feet, going after the injured knee would be the way to do it.
Yeah, and if Mark Henry can take out that knee, he will have effectively eliminated Big Show's power source.
Ever since Mark Henry was drafted to SmackDown back in April, we've been witness to an amazing evolution. The world's strongest man has been...
He's done.
Ah, jetzt nimm ihn, danke. Ja, natürlich.
Nice counter.
Using that weight to his advantage.
Ugh.
Reversal.
Big Show is no stranger to matches of this magnitude. He's been in the ring with some of the biggest and baddest, including Brock Lesnar, Undertaker, and the 500-plus pound Akebono.
Yeah, sure, those guys are big and bad, but none of them can match strength with the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
It is a completely different ballgame when you're in the ring with Mark Henry. A man who we've seen roll up a cast-iron frying pan as if it was a piece of paper.
Yeah, Big Show's no slouch in the strength department either. I'll never forget the night he literally pulled the gigantic Titantron down from the arena ceiling.
Everywhere these two superstars go, they leave destruction in their wake, King.
Yeah, especially Mark Henry of late. In his own words, he said, "You look at me sideways and I'll break your face wide open." That doesn't sound good to me.
Ain't nobody safe around Mark Henry. We've seen him assault an audio technician a couple of weeks ago, and last week at SmackDown, even the cameraman, timekeeper, and people at ringside didn't want to come to work for fear of their safety.
I don't know how much more damage he can take.
King, the last time WWE was in this arena for a pay-per-view was for Night of Champions in September 2010, and that night, oh, you do not get up from that.
For 15 years, the WWE Universe has been waiting for Mark Henry to wake up. Well, here you go, guys. He's up, and he is intense.
Never before in Mark Henry's career has he been on such a tear. Never before has he been as dangerous as
He's out. He thinks he has it. 2.
What? Es ist Zeit, Big Show in die Hall of Fame aufzunehmen. Benutze deine 3 Finisher, um die letzten 2 Ziele. Okay, 3 Finisher. Ich kann aktuell nicht. Oh. Mein Problem ist, ich habe keine Energie mehr. Jetzt hat. Eins. 2 Splash-Finisher. Näher dich von der Seite und drücke und mach das 2-mal. Nein, du Idiot! Ich war doch daneben! Ach! Ja, das ist doch so dämlich. Jetzt habe ich aber nur eingemacht, weil... Oh, ich muss mich ausruhen. Scheiße!
Looking to make short work of Mark Henry and extinguish that fire he apparently lit under him. You and I both know, King, that it's going to take a lot more than this to keep.
Ich habe gekontert. Ich weiß zwar nicht, wie das jetzt ein Konter war, aber scheiß drauf. Und jetzt noch einmal. Platsch! Ich hab doch gerade gepinnt! Jetzt pin ihn! Das war so. Ja.
Here is your winner, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
The world's strongest man has defeated the world's largest athlete.
Man, who would have thunk it? Mark Henry with a huge win. Well, everything Mark Henry and the Big Show do is huge. Wait, what? Is Henry not finished here? What's he thinking? All right, now. Time to leave. Mark Henry with a big, big victory here. Wait a minute. Maybe Mark Henry is not through. Look at this, Cole.
Henry with the chair.
You've won the match, Henry. What are you doing? Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Look at... Oh, come on now.
Putting that steel chair over the ankle and leg of the Big Show.
Oh, my God, King. Oh, my God. Mark Henry, 400-plus pounds. 400-plus pounds.
They can snap his leg.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, my God, they may have done it. The Big Show's leg may be broken. What was Mark Henry thinking? This may have ended the career of the Big Show.
A dominant performance by Henry, and then that brutal assault.
I can't ever remember Big Show being treated like this.
Nach dem Angriff auf Big Show richtete Mark Henry seine Augen auf sein nächstes Opfer für die Hall of Pain, The Big Red Monster Kane. Mark Henry sollte seine Chance nach einem Match bei SmackDown zwischen Kane und The Viper Randy Orton bekommen.
I guarantee you one thing. Kane is not going to back down from anybody.
Not even Mark Henry?
Not even Mark Henry. Mark Henry feeling so good about himself. After he sent Big Show into the Hall of Pain. And you have to wonder if Kane's going to be next.
Kane's certainly not 100%. Mark Henry looking to take advantage.
What an intimidating man.
Oh boy. Getting in the ring. Are we about to see a new induction into the Hall of Pain?
Here we go. Mark Henry knows he has injured prey in that ring, and now he's going to feast on it.
Oh, man. I don't like Kane's chances here. Mark Henry may very well end Kane's career here tonight.
Well, I wouldn't put it past him, King. This new ferocious side of Mark Henry will stop nothing to prove his dominance.
How fired up is Mark Henry for this? This match has taken so much out of this guy. He's not going to give up. But, man, this has been physical. Now it's Mark Henry with momentum.
A sharp elbow drop.
Henry.
What a devastating move by Mark Henry.
Uh-oh, look at this. Trying to put him away.
Oh! World's strongest slam!
That's it. I think I just heard Kane scream. Oh, no, not more.
And a splash!
Mark Henry completely laying waste to Kane. That's enough.
Mark Henry's been unstoppable. No, not again. Not again, come on!
Yeah, we saw him do this to the Big Show. Oh, you don't think he's planning on doing that to Kane, do you?
I don't know, but somebody's got to do something, King. Mark Henry hell-bent on destruction again here.
Oh, watch out, referee. Kane just writhing in pain right now. His ribs, his midsection got to be just busted apart.
Oh, he's going to try to do the same thing he did to Big Show.
Oh, no, Mark Henry going after the leg of Kane.
Oh, my God, somebody's got to stop this guy. Come on. Kane is helpless. Defenseless.
And that left leg of Kane with that steel chair wrapped around it. And here goes Mark Henry.
Oh, my God. Mark Henry again. 400-plus pounds. He's going to break his damn leg.
Exactly what Mark Henry did to Big Show. He's just done the same thing to Kane.
Another inductee into Mark Henry's Hall of Pain. Who can stop this man?
Yeah, you're right. This is a new and much more vicious Mark Henry than we have ever seen in the past.
Dangerous.
Stay out of his way if you can.
Walk around on him. That's what I thought. You stay down now.
In der SmackDown-Ausgabe vom 29. Juli wurde Mark Henry vom SmackDown-GM darüber informiert, dass er nicht mehr im Ring kämpfen kann, weil sich niemand mehr traut, gegen ihn anzutreten. Sheamus kam in den Ring, um sich Mark Henry vom Angesicht zu Angesicht zu stellen. Sheamus sah Henry in die Augen und sagte, dass er keine Angst vor ihm hat. Dann schlug Sheamus Mark Henry, was zu einer Fehde zwischen den beiden führte, die in einem Kampf beim SummerSlam enden sollte.
is scheduled for one fall. Making its way to the ring from Silsbee, Texas, weighing in at 418 pounds, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are many ways to describe this man of late, but scary dominance will do the job just fine.
Yeah, you know, they say public speaking is people's #1 fear, but getting in the ring with Mark Henry has to be right up there.
It's a shame for fate, lost her head, careless man, fight on dead,
And from Dublin, Ireland, weighing in at 272 pounds, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
Sheamus may rue the day that he stood up to Mark Henry and threatened the world's strongest man's reign of terror.
Yeah, it's not every day you come across a guy who has put both Big Show and Kane on the shelf, but Mark Henry has done just that. And you can bet Sheamus has that fact bouncing around in the back of his head right now.
You know, King, you have to give Sheamus credit. The Celtic Warrior stepped up to Mark Henry when nobody else was willing to.
Oh, well, I certainly respect his bravery, but I also wonder if he knows exactly what he's gotten himself into. Mark Henry has become like a human wrecking ball, Cole.
Well, never before has Mark Henry been as dangerous as he is now. Wherever this behemoth of a man goes, destruction always seems to follow.
Oh, that's devastating.
Sheamus with a count-out victory over World Heavyweight Champion Christian just a few days ago on SmackDown.
Well, of course, Christian weaseled his way out of that match, choosing to take the count-out loss rather than risk injury heading into his match with Randy Orton later on tonight.
He drops the elbow. And Sheamus powers out.
What a match this is going to be.
I hate to say it, Cole, but Mark Henry has turned into an absolute bully. There's no other way to put it.
I don't believe Mark Henry is a bully by any stretch of the imagination.
Don't?
Where I come from, a bully picks on people who are smaller than him. Mark Henry has not picked on people smaller than him. Case in point, Big Show, Kane, Kozlov. It's not like he's picking on puny guys. He's not picking on Rey Mysterio.
Well, in my eyes, Mark Henry has had guys down. He's had them beat, but rather than end the match, he continues to hurt them. To me, that's a bull.
Sheamus had a window to capitalize and missed it.
Well, of course, later on tonight, we have the historic main event featuring John Cena battling CM Punk to determine which superstar is the true, undisputed WWE champion.
And your special guest referee for that match? None other than the Game, Triple H.
Oh, my gosh, that's going to be awesome.
In an exclusive interview with WWE.com earlier this week, Mark Henry said, quote, "I like breaking people's legs because it's not temporary pain. The pain lasts a long time."
Are you kidding me? Mark Henry really said that, Cole?
Yes.
Well, if you ask me, that's the statement of a bully.
Well, Mark Henry did break the legs of Big Show, Kane, and Kozlov, and Johnny Curtis would have been next in his SmackDown debut if it wasn't for Sheamus.
Look out! Headbutt! Look out! Headbutt! How hard is it to hurt Mark Henry? I mean, you may daze him, you may stun him, but to hurt him like the way he hurts his opponents, it just isn't going to happen.
The man's a human demolition machine. I don't know if there's a man alive that can stop him at this point in his career.
And that's what scares me, Cole. This roll he's on doesn't seem to be slowing down at all.
Oh, jeez. He's begging for it.
Well, look at this. Mark Henry going for that slam, but look out!
And a pro kick by Sheamus.
Oh, and it knocked Mark Henry clear out through the ring onto the floor. Wait a minute. That is not what Sheamus wanted. How's Sheamus going to get Mark Henry back into the ring?
Yeah, major issue here for Sheamus.
Oh, brother. That bro kick landed. It hit its mark. No pun intended. But now getting Mark back into the ring is going to be a job.
That's 400 plus pounds.
Oh, see if you can get him up there, Sheamus. And look out! Mark Henry still with some life left in him.
Look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh, Sheamus spine first to the post.
Oh, man, and then
Driving Sheamus through the barricade.
did you see that, Cole? Mark Henry busted that entire barricade down with Sheamus's body.
Incredible. How do you stop Mark Henry? He's been a wrecking ball.
How does Sheamus survive what just happened to him? That may be it for Sheamus. I don't see how he can get back up and continue.
There's no way.
Is there any way possible for Sheamus to get back into the ring? Oh, his body has to be broken right now.
Trying to get under his...
And it's imperative he gets back in the ring right now. Playing mind games.
Yeah, a little intimidation there.
9. Woo, a little showboating going on here. Sheamus, we mentioned. Mark Henry continues his domination with a big win over Sheamus.
Yeah, but you have to give Sheamus credit for stepping up. But there was just no stopping Mark Henry here tonight.
Devastation behind him, Mark Henry would next set his sights on the World Heavyweight Championship. The world's strongest man would best 19 other superstars in an over-the-top rope battle royal to become the #1 contender for Randy Orton's World Heavyweight Championship. This would set up a match at Night of Champions.
Mark Henry's unstable. He's dangerous.
He has demolished a lot of people.
He is a human wrecking ball.
Kane and the Big Show included.
Unstable can be dangerous. Trust me, I know. I've been called unstable myself. Who or what exactly could ever stop Mark Henry? The answer is an RKO.
You must have a death wish. My whole career has led me to this point. I'm the champ. I'm more unpredictable.
I don't think Orton can stop Mark Henry.
You enjoy that time because it ain't yours long. I'm more dangerous. I'm more reckless. I'm the world's strongest man.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was September 22nd, 1996, 15 years almost to the day, that Mark Henry debuted in the WWE. His debut match was against the man sitting to my right, Jerry the King Lawler. King, did you know then that Mark Henry would be so dominant?
Oh, let me tell you, Michael, once he hit me with a shoulder block that sent me through the ropes and outside the ring with my face up against the metal barrier, that's when I knew Mark Henry had big things in store for him.
So much talk about Mark Henry and his devastation, especially of this man, Randy Orton. But the question is, have we all forgotten how dangerous the Viper really is?
Well, Randy Orton is dangerous, all right. And I'm sure he's prepared for this match. But at this point, I think Mark Henry is the most dangerous man in all of WWE.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Silsbee, Texas, weighing in at 418 pounds. He is the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. And from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 245 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, Randy Orton.
Ladies and gentlemen, the World Heavyweight Championship, as we know it, has been a part of the WWE for nearly a decade, and some of the greatest of all time have held it.
We're talking Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Rey Mysterio, The Undertaker, Edge, Batista, the absolute best.
Randy Orton is going to have to use his quickness tonight. He won't be able to overpower Mark Henry in this one.
Yeah, and you have to wonder if Randy Orton can even physically execute his RKO or DDT off the rope against a man the size of Mark Henry.
Time will tell. One thing's for certain, though. Randy Orton always plays mind games. If he can put some doubt into Mark Henry's head, the Viper is going to have a great chance here tonight.
You know, Cole, tomorrow will mark the one-year anniversary of Randy Orton capturing the WWE Championship in a thrilling six-pack challenge here at Night of Champions.
And, of course, that match featured John Cena, Wade Barrett, Edge, Chris Jericho, and then champion Sheamus.
Give me a break. There's no need for that.
Nice reversal there. He's got him up. Big body slam. I love it.
Man, Mark Henry, what offense. Now Mark Henry looking to attack from the top rope.
He scored with that one. There was no hesitation there. This one's all business. I thought it was telling to hear Mark Henry talk about his injuries and setbacks Friday night on SmackDown. In his words, he just didn't cut it. He wasn't ready to be champion.
Well, I think Mark Henry has put all that in the past. This is a new Mark Henry, and for the past 6 months, it's all been about the domination of the world's strongest man.
No, you're absolutely right, Cole. This is a new Mark Henry. It took him 15 years to get here, but now that he's arrived, there appears to be no stopping him.
This is Randy Orton's third reign as World Heavyweight Champion. Of course, his first came back at SummerSlam 2004 when he became the youngest World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, and sprinkled in between those reigns were an amazing 6 WWE Championships for Randy Orton. I don't think that anybody could deny that Randy Orton is a fan.
And Randy Orton gets stopped. King Mark Henry is more dangerous and reckless than ever before. He's proving it right now against Randy Orton.
Oh, you're right. Mark Henry promised that he would induct Randy Orton into his Hall of Pain here tonight. And from the looks of it, he's looking to make good on that promise.
But at the same time, if anybody can stop Mark Henry, it's Randy Orton. And that RKO, as we've seen in the past, can come out of nowhere. The Viper slithers out of the way.
Oh, slithers. I see what you did there, Cole. Very clever. Look at that. Oh.
In the near 400 pounds comes crashing down. Playing mind games.
Yeah, a little intimidation there.
Mark Henry's entire career has led him to this point. 15 years of setbacks are now all in the past, and this is his opportunity to prove that he is truly as dangerous as he's appeared to be the past few months.
Oh, and what a 15 years it's been. There have been plenty of ups and downs for Mark Henry. Of course. Well, we saw him as a member of the Nation of Domination, become European champion, ECW champion even.
Yes, but a
resounding move by Mark Henry. Well, I give him credit. Randy Orton is the apex predator of the WWE, but he may have run into a bigger and stronger predator tonight in Mark Henry.
Hey, Mark Henry took out Big Show, he took out Kane, and he is physically dominant. Mark Henry delivering crippling punishment.
2. No, that may be the closest I've seen a referee's hand come to hitting 3.
Orton's in trouble. Mark Henry is not someone to sleep on.
That's what I do.
trying to get under his opponent's skin with this one.
This match has taken so much out of this guy. He's not going to give up. But man, this has been physical.
Woo, a little showboating going on here.
He needs to dig way down deep if he wants to keep going now.
Man, Mark Henry, what offense.
Look out!
What a maneuver.
Stay down! Stay down!
Uh-oh, look at this. Trying to put him away.
That's it. He's done.
He's going for the pin. This could be it.
Kick out at 2.5.
What the?
This is uncalled for. What's Mark Henry doing?
The world's strongest man is starting to get loose out there. Mark Henry is not
Es dauert so lang, bis der mal den Finisher bekommt, ey, der Junge.
Whoa, he's measuring.
Bam.
Move by Mark Henry.
Look at those eyes.
Jetzt geht er nicht durch, wahrscheinlich.
Big.
Würde mich jetzt nicht wundern.
Hey, he's going for it again.
Okay, doch.
That's it. He's out.
And he got it. Mark Henry's done it. We have a new champion.
Oh my God! But look at this.
Here is your winner and the new World Heavyweight Champion, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
A 15-year wait is over for the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
Does this mean, Michael, that we're all part of the Hall of Pain now?
Mark Henry celebrating because he's on top of the world. He's the world heavyweight champion.
Stick to this microphone.
Uh-oh.
You didn't believe, did you? You didn't believe that I would be holding the most coveted prize in professional wrestling. Did you? Oh, and don't start cheering. Don't start cheering, because none of you believed it either. You all doubters. You all haters. I'd like to welcome all of you to the Hall of Fame. This is my moment, and I'm not sharing it with none of you. You don't deserve this. I'm going to be the most dominant champion of all time. I'm taking on all comers. I ain't running from nobody. And I'm never, ever losing this title.
Boy, oh boy. Mark Henry has found his stride. Now nobody in the WWE is safe.
Mark Henry holt sich den World Heavyweight Titel von Randy Orton, wodurch er zum gefährlichsten Champion aller Zeiten wird. Mark Henry will seinen Hall of Fame einen weiteren Superstar hinzufügen. Sein nächstes Opfer ist der Riese, der als The Great Khali bekannt ist. Mark Henry greift Khali bei Monday Night Raw noch vor dem Läuten der Glocke an. Bei der folgenden SmackDown-Ausgabe sollte The Great Khali sich am World Heavyweight Champion Mark Henry rächen.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his
size of the Punjabi Nightmare, but as Mark Henry alluded to earlier, the great Khali felt the wrath of the World Heavyweight Champion this past Monday night.
Yeah, it should have been a match on Monday Night Raw, but it never happened after Mark Henry clobbered the great Khali in the back of the head with the World Championship. Then the champ flattened Khali with the World's Strongest Slam.
We're going to get many figure fours or STFs in this one.
Right.
This is all about power versus power. The great Khali versus Mark Henry.
You're right. I doubt it'll be a clinic in scientific wrestling. But if you like bodies colliding at full force, this match will be for you, that's for sure.
Both of these men are so powerful, but I'd have to give the edge and strength to Henry.
Yeah.
He legitimately is the world's strongest man, and that's not hyperbole, folks. It's a fact.
Hyperbole? Wow, big word.
The great Khali finally separated himself from Jinder Mahal a few weeks ago on SmackDown. I think I can speak for everybody when I say that was long overdue.
Well, it was interesting to see Heath Slater, of all people, save Jinder Mahal from certain doom last week. It'll be interesting to see if there's some sort of union forming between Slater and Mahal.
And it'll also be interesting to see if Ranjan Singh resurfaces. After all, it was under Singh's watch that Khali captured the World Heavyweight Championship.
You know,
So agil war Khali noch nie.
Khali and Singh were inseparable before Jinder Mahal came around and drove a wedge between them. You know, earlier this year, we actually saw these two behemoths unite as a tag team on more than one occasion. Remember, Michael?
Yeah, I do. And could you imagine if the great Khali and Mark Henry could actually get on the same page and compete as a cohesive unit? They'd be absolute.
That's it. He's done. Cell, Randy Orton battled Christian to a double countout. But you know, Michael, that's only half. Oh, my. Oh, look at this. Mark Henry has done it again. Another big win here for Mark Henry.
Here is your winner, the World Heavyweight Champion and the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
I mean, who's going to stop Mark Henry? He's the World Heavyweight Champion, the world's strongest man, and he just decimated the great Khali.
Right, it doesn't look like that Hall of Pain of Mark Henry's is going to be shut down anytime soon. And, oh, what's Henry doing now? Oh, my God, is he coming over here, Michael?
Oh, not again. Come on. Mark Henry, we've seen what he's done with the steel chair in the past, King.
Yeah, come on, Mark. There's no need for this.
He's placed people into the Hall of Pain using that steel chair.
Now, this is not going to be good for Khali. He needs to, ref, help Khali up. Get him out of there. Oh, no.
I mean, honestly, though, what can the referee do? Seriously.
Oh!
I mean, Mark Henry assaulting great Khali now. Shades of what he's done to the world's largest athlete, the Big Show.
Oh, my gosh, you're right, Cole. That's exactly what Mark Henry has in mind here. Injure the leg of the great Khali, and severely. Oh, man. Come on, ref, take that chair. No, he's got Khali's legs set up in that chair. Well, this could break your ankle or your tibia or fibula. This is so dangerous.
Oh, Mark Henry now, 400-pounder on the second rope. He's going to crush Khali. Get down off there, Mark.
Please don't do it.
Oh, no. Great Khali has just been entered into the Hall of Pain.
Yeah, but he may have to make a stop at the emergency room first. His lower leg or ankle could be shattered.
King, there's nobody that can stop this man.
How can Mark Henry be proud of himself after doing something like that? That's just awful.
The unstoppable Mark Henry.
Yeah, still the world champ.
I ain't running from nobody. And I'm never, ever losing this title.
We may be in for the most dangerous reign ever by a world heavyweight champion.
I don't like anything about Mark Henry right now.
Mark Henry has turned into a storm, man, a Category 5.
Assaulting both Jim Ross and Jerry the King Lawler, in fact putting Lawler through the announce table here at ringside.
The Hall of Pain is getting really, really crowded.
Oh, the world's strongest slam!
You can't beat me!
Mark Henry is ruthless. He is remorseless. He is a beast.
Welcome to the Hall of Pain!
He has been a human wrecking ball. His path to destruction has gone on for months.
With Mark Henry's championship reign of domination looking unstoppable, the returning Big Show set his sights on ending the world's strongest man's supremacy.
Listen to me, Mark Henry. I will settle for nothing less than facing you for the World Heavyweight Championship.
As far as the Big Show having a title match, I say no.
Big Show storming the ring.
Big Show throwing right hands, left hooks.
Security trying to back off the world's largest athlete. Oh my God!
You gotta be kidding me.
But the world champion's not done yet.
Big Show, you again are gonna enter the Hall of Fame.
I'm gonna blast you in the side of the head until you are completely unrecognizable.
And vengeance is mine. Well, it's a big show. It's a big show.
The following contest is set for one fall, and it is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing the challenger, standing 7 feet tall, weighing in at 441 pounds, the Big Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, a few weeks ago was the emotional return of the Big Show. Let's remember, he was the first man to join Mark Henry's so-called Hall of Pain when the world's strongest man crushed Show's figure.
And ever since Big Show returned, he has used that injury as a motivation to capture the World Heavyweight Championship.
And from Silsbee, Texas, weighing in at 412 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
We've seen Big Show put Mark Henry through an announce table with a choke slam, and Show also knocked Henry out this past Friday on SmackDown with his weapon of mass destruction. You think Big Show is in Mark Henry's head?
Well, he's definitely playing mind games with Mark Henry, but I don't think Big Show's in his head. Not after what Henry did to John Morrison last week. Mark Henry is absolutely focused.
It's the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, defending his World Heavyweight Championship against the world's largest athlete, the Big Show.
Oh, and I think Mark Henry might be suffering from fee-fi phobia. You know what that is, Cole?
Nope.
The fear of giants.
It would be justified, King. I mean, Big Show has a fist that measures 15 inches.
Wow.
That's like the size of a sledgehammer head coming at you. this match all over the world tonight in places like Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Austria, and of course, our men and women of our U.S. Armed Forces watching all over the world and on our ships at sea.
You mentioned ships? Well, this one's going to be like two ships passing. Well, they aren't going to be passing tonight. They're going to collide.
Nearly a half ton of humanity in the ring for this matchup, a combined 897 pounds. Him down with authority.
Look out! Headbutt! Oh, what a headbutt, Cole. He really connected with that one. That's got to be it.
He was one step ahead on that one.
Look out! Headbutt! And now it's Mark Henry with momentum.
Mark Henry and Big Show have so much in common, aside from the obvious size and strength similarities. For instance, both are former ECW champions.
Yeah, and fortunately for them, both unsuccessfully tried to end Undertaker's WrestleMania streak. Ow!
Mark Henry doing some damage.
Another shot with a boot.
These are two of the largest men in the world battling over the World Heavyweight Championship. We're really testing the limits of that ring.
And this one truly is giant versus giant. There's so much riding on this one, King.
Man, you got that right, Cole. Big Show wants revenge, obviously. But Mark Henry wants nothing more than to continue his reign at the top. After 15 years of waiting, he's not even close to ready to give all that up.
In the past few weeks alone, Mark Henry has left a weight behind him that includes Randy Orton, Christian, John Morrison, and Sheamus.
Yeah, and while Mark Henry was making an impact as World Heavyweight Champion, Big Show was forced to watch from the sidelines as he rehabbed his broken feet.
And Big Show is rolling.
Well, that didn't work.
Uh-oh, look at this. Trying to put him away.
Big Show was very emotional when he returned. He almost broke down into tears, Michael. He wants so badly to repay Mark Henry for what he did to him at Night of Champions.
Big Show has promised to repay Mark Henry 10 times over for all the pain he suffered both physically and emotionally over the past several weeks.
Yeah, and that's not all, Cole. He's also promised to take from Mark Henry the one thing that validates his entire career, and that's the World Heavyweight Championship. Ouch.
Through the past several weeks, Big Show has to be concerned for the well-being of his injured leg.
Yeah, I know Big Show was eager to get back in the ring, but there's no way that he's a choke slam.
Big Show's too strong. Here's the cover. He got body on body there, but that's about it. The championship hangs in the balance.
Oh, mama!
Was ist das denn hier zu früh? Hä? Könnte ich mal was machen? What's up?
Told Big Show he should be thanking him for offering him a 4-month vacation.
Yeah, I can guarantee you that Big Show's injury was far from a vacation. I know for a fact that he spent hours a day rehabilitating that leg just so he could climb back into that ring tonight.
And you would have to think that along the way, Big Show used the image of Mark Henry walking around with the World Heavyweight Championship as motivation.
You know, Cole, I'm not supposed to be biased as a commentator, but forgive me if I'm rooting a bit too heavily for the Big Show. I still haven't quite forgotten what Mark Henry did to me last month on Raw.
Of course, my partner's referring to Mark Henry viciously driving him through the announce table with the world's strongest slam. And King,
you remember what I suffered from that, right?
Yeah, and King, I can't say that I blame you.
I don't know how much more damage he can take. Oh, Mark Henry's Hall of Pain is getting crowded. But you know, Cole, by the looks of things here, they may need to make room for the first ever two-time inductee, the Big Show.
Big Show will need to
getting up from that. This match has taken so much out of this guy. He's not going to give up. But man, this has been physical. The intensity. Yeah, what a move. There's a cover. 2. What
Fuck!
Oh, look at this. Mark Henry has the Big Show down, and wait a minute, Cole. What's Mark Henry got in mind? Is Mark Henry going to the top?
He wants to end Big Show's career here. But look at Big Show. Big Show's got Mark Henry. He's going to make Mark Henry pay. Whoa! What a choke slam
To the world's strongest man, and look.
The cover and a kick out by Mark Henry, just barely.
That's the strength of Mark Henry. Only a Mark Henry would be able to kick out of a cover by the world's largest athlete like that.
Big Show can't believe it. Henry's down and out, but he still managed to kick out.
Ah. Macht den Ecken, oh mein Gott. Ah. Wenn du 3 Finisher-Symbole hast, bevor der Big Show in einer der 4 Ecken des Rings in der da stelle ich dann Vorschau. Ich hab 3, okay. Scheiße.
Just trying to goad his opponent into making a mistake here.
Hopp. Ah. Ja, ich bin doch... Jetzt geht der Ring kaputt.
Well, nearly a half ton of humanity in the ring in this matchup. Combined 897 pounds.
What are we seeing here? Look out!
Oh my! Oh my Lord! The ring imploded.
After inducting Big Show into the Hall of Pain, Mark Henry had his sights set on his next victim, Mr. Money in the Bank, Daniel Bryan.
That man is in pain. Big Show at Survivor Series. One of us is going to get carried out of there.
Big Show knocked out Mark Henry.
Oh, you may want to think twice about this. Show, don't do this.
Oh my God!
Somebody's just been hurt as Mark Henry may have a broken leg or ankle.
I just did to you what you did to me.
Big Show just knocked out Mark Henry with the weapon of mass destruction. Daniel Bryan is cashing in his world title opportunity. It's happening. Henry down, new champion.
Daniel, Mark's not been medically cleared to compete. Therefore, you are not the World Heavyweight Champion. But I tell you what, I am going to give you another opportunity for a world title match. And it will be a fatal four-way match between you, Cody Rhodes, Wade Barrett, and Randy Orton.
Daniel Bryan will face Mark Henry for the World Championship.
With this career-changing victory, Bryan finally had the opportunity of permanently closing the doors to the Hall of Pain if he could get past the world's strongest man inside a steel cage.
You know, we've had a lot of fun here tonight, King, but now it's time to get serious. Daniel Bryan has the opportunity of a lifetime, the chance to become world champion. Let's not forget, Bryan pinned Mark Henry just last week.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan can also make Mark Henry tap. Bryan says it doesn't matter how strong somebody is. Sooner or later, everybody taps. We'll see how true that statement is tonight.
this man? Mark Henry is over 400 pounds of pure destruction.
I wish somebody would go in there and measure his chest. Look at that. Nobody has dominated WWE over the past year quite like Mark Henry. He creates mayhem wherever and whenever he wants.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing in at 210 pounds, Daniel Bryan. And from Silsbee, Texas, weighing in at 412 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
Daniel Bryan says he knows over 100 submission maneuvers, and he can apply some of them to Mark Henry's injured leg and ankle.
Well, you're right. Daniel Bryan is a submission expert.
And that's important tonight because inside a steel cage, submission is one of the only 3 ways you can win, the other being pinfall or escape. It's totally unfair that Mark Henry has to defend his championship tonight inside a steel cage on that bum leg. Of course, the leg injured by Big Show is a result of an attack at Survivor Series.
Wait a minute, Cole. Are you serious? Why is that unfair?
Mark Henry is forced into this match by SmackDown General Manager Theodore Long. He's clearly in no shape to compete here tonight. Long's just a boob.
Well, I don't feel sorry for Henry at all. He saw that one coming. You hear how his leg connected? He's putting those educated feet to good use. You know, we saw Daniel Bryan receive a good luck kiss from AJ earlier tonight. For Bryan's sake, this is how you win a cage match. Use that steel to your advantage.
Man, Mark Henry, what offense.
Oh! Well, Daniel Bryan cannot get cornered inside that cage. If he does, Mark Henry will pick him apart.
Daniel Bryan needs to use his quickness. He needs to keep Mark Henry off balance with that bum leg.
Yeah, objective number 1 for Daniel Bryan would be to get the big man off his feet, if possible. Take the World Heavyweight Champion down to the mat.
This time there's no escape. Oh my gosh, his skull just bounced off the canvas.
And look at Mark Henry sending Daniel Bryan into the cage.
Oh my gosh. Poor Daniel Bryan. Can you imagine being thrown into that steel by the world's strongest man? What an impact. Oh! Daniel Bryan squashed.
Yeah, crushing him. Mark Henry, such a dangerous competitor.
And look at the size of Mark Henry compared to poor Daniel Bryan. Oh no! Slingshotted right into that steel cage face first.
Happy New Year! Yeah, the veteran Henry realizing that he can use that cage as a weapon, and that's what he's doing here.
Every inch of it. Oh my gosh, you gotta wonder, can Daniel Bryan even get up after this beating?
I heard a lot of talk in the locker room area earlier today that many doctors wouldn't have cleared Mark Henry for action here tonight.
I don't know who you're talking to, Cole. What are you doing back in the locker room anyway? The bottom line is that Mark Henry passed a thorough exam and actually looks to be moving quite well right now.
By the way, athletes
Oh,
like
shit.
myself were allowed in the locker room. And keep in mind that it was Theodore Long's hand-picked doctor that cleared Henry tonight. I find that a little suspicious. Remember, Daniel Bryan is yet to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase that he won back in July.
Well, of course, Bryan fended off Heath Slater, Justin Gabriel, Sin Cara, Cody Rhodes, Wade Barrett, Sheamus, and Kane to earn that Money in the Bank contract.
And we all thought that Bryan successfully cashed in that contract last week on SmackDown, but due to a technicality, Daniel Bryan's victory over Mark Henry was not made official.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I heard a roar as loud as the one last week when it was thought that Daniel Bryan had won the World Heavyweight Championship. The crowd went crazy.
Schon wieder.
Look at this.
I didn't get too far that time. I think Daniel Bryan fans were hoping for a crisp.
I mean, look at Mark Henry now. Oh, and Daniel Daniel Bryan from behind. Somehow Daniel Bryan thwarting Mark Henry as Henry tried to climb to the top rope. And look at Bryan go. Bryan's trying to escape here.
Hey, he's almost down. Daniel Bryan is almost down. He's at the top of Mark Henry. Hanging on, pulling Daniel Bryan back in. Daniel Bryan was nearly the champion there. But what's Bryan thinking now? Is this going to work on the world's strongest man? No.
No way.
Not enough power.
But Daniel Bryan looking to use the shoulders and girth of Henry to climb up and out of the cage.
He's going to make it. It's Daniel Bryan. No.
Mark Henry again using his strength.
Oh, vicious headbutt. Mark Henry back in trouble. Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Don't do this.
Oh, my God. He's going to crush Daniel Bryan. World's strongest slam from the second rope.
That's it. Daniel Bryan has taken so much punishment. I wonder if he's going to make it through this match. Will it be? 1, 2, 3. Mark Henry wins, and the title will remain around his waist.
Ladies and gentlemen, say what you will about Mark Henry, but what a courageous effort here tonight, standing literally on one leg.
Yeah, now it's Big Show versus Mark Henry for the World Heavyweight Championship at the TLC pay-per-view. Come on, Big Show.
While the world's strongest man managed to power through an ankle injury against Daniel Bryan,
Mark Henry coming into this match, not 100%.
he couldn't overcome the power of a giant.
Oh, and a right hand connected! He may be out cold. The new world champion! Oh, and from behind!
Embodiment of a sore loser right there. Oh, look at this!
While the world was stunned by Daniel Bryan outsmarting 2 Goliaths, Mark Henry struggled to keep the Hall of Pain open for business.
There will be no world title match for you. I'm demanding. Slow your roll, player. You are indefinitely suspended.
That was very impressive. Daniel Bryan with a victory over Rey Mysterio, who's already in the... What? Get out of here!
And Daniel Bryan sent into the barricade. Mark Henry with a running power slam.
No!
In midair. Oh, my God!
Oh, my God, look out!
The world's strongest man is back!
Mark Henry was on a vicious path of destruction, and the Hall of Pain was ready to induct whichever superstar or superstars stood in his way.
The following contest is a handicap match. Approaching the ring first from Silsbee, Texas, weighing 418 pounds, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
This man, Mark Henry, delivered quite a beating to Ryback just a few weeks ago on SmackDown.
Yeah, but let's not forget that the damage Mark Henry did came after the Shield interfered. It's not like Henry didn't have some help. is in a foul mood.
The weight of the world on my shoulders felt like a lion in a room full of vultures. Gotta slow me up, the broke off foot.
We're just 13 nights away from WrestleMania, where this man, Mark Henry, will square off against Ryback.
And you have to wonder how wise it is for Mark Henry to climb into the ring with two competitors so close to such a big match.
Well, we've seen Ryback take on two superstars at once. Mark Henry simply letting Ryback know that he, too, can beat two men.
I'm really looking forward to seeing Mark Henry and Ryback, two of the strongest men in WWE today, locking horns in 2 weeks at WrestleMania.
And remember, Ryback was flattened by 3 World's Strongest Slams just a few weeks ago.
And if Mark Henry can do that at WrestleMania, he will undoubtedly be walking away with the win.
Mark Henry clearly sending a statement to Ryback here.
Sending a statement? Yes. But can Mark Henry do it again when he squares off against Ryback? That's it. He's out. Oh, boy. The Usos have made this monster mad. And take it from me, you do not want to make Mark Henry mad.
And I can't speak for Mark Henry. He sees Ryback with each crushing blow he delivers to Jey Uso here.
Let me ask you this, when is enough enough?
Ja, komm schon.
This is not the first time Mark Henry has taken on the Usos in 2-on-1 handicap action.
No, it's not. The Usos and Mark Henry actually traded victories back in November 2000.
And the Usos, they tried their best, but Mark Henry victorious again.
Here is your winner, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
Well, we've said it before, and once again, Mark Henry proves to be unstoppable. Who's going to be able to, you know, we might as well not even say stop. Who is going to be able to slow down the world's strongest man?
I don't know. Mark Henry has flattened everyone in his path.
Well, maybe Ryback can be the one to stop Mark Henry.
I don't think Henry's
wait a minute.
through with the assault on the Usos. Mark Henry maybe looking to add 2 more people into the Hall of Pain.
Oh, his body has to be broken right now. Whoa, he's measuring. You gotta be kidding me. Devastating. Simply devastating. Oh, no. Here comes Mark Henry. He's done. And Jimmy's going to need to utilize his speed advantage if he wants to continue success here against Mark Henry.
Stick and move. Jimmy can't let Mark Henry.
Gosh. Trying to get under his opponent's skin with this one.
Mark Henry has done it.
I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to these 2 behemoths, Mark Henry and Ryback, probably the 2 strongest men in the WWE today, locking horns in 2 weeks at WrestleMania.
And you know, at this point in his career, King, Mark Henry may very well be the most dangerous man in all of WWE right now. Ryback, beware.
Just 1 year after his debut, Ryback was proving to be an unstoppable force.
Into the shell shock!
But this ruthless superstar may have bitten off more than he could chew when he looked in the direction of the world's strongest man.
Rather uncomfortable moment between Henry and Ryback.
Over the next few weeks, Mark Henry and Ryback would find themselves at a standstill while trying to prove which was indeed the strongest.
Here's a man who may be just as strong as Mark Henry.
Tonight, 2 of the most powerful men will prove who is the strongest.
Who will win this test of strength?
And with a no-contact clause in effect, the tension between these 2 behemoths was reaching its boiling point.
So Mark Henry against Santino Marella here.
I know you're mad, but you of all people know we have a no-contact clause. Besides, nobody wants to get their hands on you like I do.
What will happen when these two colossal powerhouses collide at WrestleMania?
It is going to be a collision, a battle of the behemoths. Mark Henry and Ryback. Who's the king of the WWE's jungle?
The following contest is set for one fall. Approaching the ring first from Silsbee, Texas, weighing 418 pounds, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
As Gorilla Monsoon would say, King, we're about to witness the unstoppable force take on the immovable object.
Yeah, listen to this crowd. They are fired up for this gigantic clash of the Titans. And you know this man, Mark Henry, is bent on showing the entire WWE Universe that he is the baddest man on the roster.
From Sin City, weighing 291 pounds, Ryback.
It's the first WrestleMania for that man, Ryback, and if you've seen his insane workout on WWE.com this past week, you know that he's ready for battle.
Well, I saw it, and I agree, Cole. He looks ready to go. But can he avoid the induction into Mark Henry's Hall of Fame?
Mark Henry, a former world champion, checks in tonight at 412 pounds.
Now, wait a minute. Actually, Mark told me he's really not that big. He said the camera adds a few pounds.
Yeah, okay, sure. That's your excuse. Anyway, Ryback goes 291, and you're looking at not only the most powerful men in WWE, but the entire world.
You hear how his leg connected? And Ryback reverses it. And now it's Mark Henry with momentum.
It's a chilly one, King. In fact, this is the coldest that WrestleMania has ever been while coming from an outdoor arena. 55 degrees.
Oh, man. Blow me your jacket, Cole. It's definitely a far cry from last year when WrestleMania hailed from sunny Miami, Florida. Spine buster. That'll take its toll. He was one step ahead on that one. Look out! Headbutt! Oh, that's a brutal headbutt. He's putting those educated feet to good use. Did you hear how his leg connected? Wait, nice reversal. Mark Henry wants nothing more than to add Ryback to the Hall of Pain here tonight. And he looks to be off to a good start.
When the world's strongest man gets on a roll, how do you stop it? How do you turn the tide?
Well, quite simply, you don't. You just hope he makes a mistake that you can capitalize on. Somewhere in the back of Ryback's mind has to be the pain he felt when he was victimized by 3 world's strongest slams a few weeks ago on SmackDown.
Of course, that vicious attack only came after the Shield interfered. I question whether Mark Henry could put Ryback in the same situation when sides are even.
Yeah, I do too, Cole. But it doesn't matter. The damage has already been done. Mark Henry has already gotten inside the head of Ryback with that vicious attack.
One thing's for certain, if Mark Henry can duplicate that level of viciousness here tonight, he'll be walking away victorious.
Resounding move by Mark Henry.
2 weeks ago on SmackDown, General Manager Booker T instituted a no contact rule between Mark Henry and Ryback. So he put together a bench press challenge. Who could do the most consecutive reps at 225 pounds? Mark Henry went first and did 53.
Yeah, and then came Ryback. And once Ryback hit 53, Mark Henry stepped in to make sure the human wrecking ball didn't break his record by forcing the bar down across the throat of Ryback.
And Ryback just whipping Mark Henry into the corner. And the powerhouse Ryback now stalking the world world's strongest man, and King, Mark Henry may have met his match.
You're right about that. We've wondered for months who could stop or even slow down Mark Henry. Well, look at this!
The meat hook clothesline.
That put Mark Henry flat on his back.
And now can Ryback capitalize? Can the big guy capitalize?
Well, you can tell from the look in Ryback's eyes, he's ready to end this match.
Ryback is stalking Mark Henry. Is he going to be able to do this, King? Is he going to be able to get that 400-pound frame up on his shoulders for shell shock?
Shell shock coming up, and he's got him!
He's got him! I can't believe it! He's got him! He's got him!
Mark Henry is his... Whoa.
Oh, Mark Henry grabbed the top rope.
Now both Ryback and Mark Henry are down. Oh my God, what's going to happen now?
He's begging for it.
What a devastating move by Mark Henry.
1, 2, 3.
Mark Henry has done it. Mark Henry is knocked off Ryback.
Oh, wow. What an impressive victory for the world's strongest man.
From Olympic star to superstar,
My name is Mark Henry.
a man who's battled on an international stage.
And I'm known as the strongest man in the world.
An unstoppable force of unparalleled devastation.
I'd like to welcome all of you to the Hall of Fame.
Mark Henry is dangerous.
Intensity and destruction.
Human demolition machine.
He's gigantic. He's enormous.
Oh, my Lord!
You gotta be kidding me.
The world's strongest slam! Unbelievable! Shocking!
I'm going to tell you about the Hall of Pain. There's broken bones, broken careers, and broken hope.
A lifetime of glory and a legacy of pain.
Ja, und das war's mit der Hall of Pain. Du hast alle Ziele der Hall of Pain erreicht. Yeah. Gerade da kriegt man WrestleMania 29. Hey. Ja, da haben wir nächstes Mal noch den Path of the Warrior als letzten DLC. Und dann haben wir noch die Karriere, den Karrieremodus anzugucken. Ja. Ja, und dann bleibt mir nichts weiter zu sagen als vielen Dank fürs Zusehen. Ich hoffe, es hat gefallen und wir sehen uns dann hoffentlich hier in meinen nächsten Streams oder in meinem YouTube-Video wieder. Und bis dahin sage ich auf Wiedersehen.